This is Danny Gould with the Selling Silicon Valley Group, your real estate retirement experts. Here with another video for all of you. A question that I get over and over and over again, being a retirement expert for real estate professionals, is, Danny, can I sell my real estate business? A lot of real estate agents think that they can't sell their business. And the truth is that any business is saleable. It's just what is the way in which you are structuring your exit, right? And the structure and the way that you're paid is highly dependent upon your business. And so I think when a lot of people ask that question, they're not asking, can I sell it? They're asking, can I sell it for cash up front, like money today? And so today we're gonna go over the three main ways that you can sell your business and who's right for certain transitions, certain exit strategies, and who might not be a good fit. And so what I wanted to go over first was the three main types. So we have cash transitions, right, or cash transactions, meaning I give you business, you give me cash. Done. You're out. Secondly is a mixture or a combination of a referral fee-based strategy, referral fee-based payout, in addition to some cash upfront. And then thirdly is just a pure referral-based model. And this model has been popularized by the amazing book written by my friend Nick Crowder up in Portland, Oregon. A big shout out. If you guys are interested in this, you should definitely be reading The Golden Handoff. Nick Crowder, Krautter. I believe it's two T's, yeah. So Nick wrote a phenomenal book outlining how he has helped many agents transition from agent to retiree. And for those of you that are wondering where the golden handoff actually comes from, or where that terminology comes from, it's from a relay race. You know, the 4x400. You have the baton, and there's that period in time where you're handing the baton off. And a perfectly executed baton handoff is called a golden handoff, right? Or the golden handoff, however you want to put it. So you are in the last phases, you're in the last stages of your career, and you've, as many of the people that I've met and talked to about this, is a lot of my pupils, right? I like to call them my pupils. A lot of my mentees, if you will, who have sought out my help, have said, Danny, I'm not running a 400 meter. I ran a marathon, you know? And my response to them is, well, if you just ran a marathon, don't you think it's even more important that you get the last 50 meters right? Because to run all that way and then to botch the handoff is about as painful of most regrettable experience as you could possibly imagine. So, and there are so many agents that have done it incorrectly and would really be such a waste of the time and the effort and the energy that you spent to not see any of that come to fruition in terms of payment after you're out of the real estate business. And even more painful than that is the fact that your clients are no longer going to be taken care of. And almost everyone that I've mentored through this strategy has ultimately been very vocal about their desire for their clients to be taken care of after the transition. In fact, that's the one thing that's come up even more than cash or even more than money, is the desire for these agents to know that their clients are being taken care of. And so the three strategies we're going to outline today: can you sell your business? Absolutely. And can you sell it and still maintain some sort of authority or a system of checks and balances to where you can make sure that not only are you getting paid, but that your clients are being taken care of and are getting the treatment that they deserve. And so the first strategy, obviously the cash transaction, who's right for that? Well, first of all, if you do not have meticulous financial records for the last 3 to 5 years of your business, you would not be right for a cash transaction. Most real estate valuations require minimum 3 to 5 years of backlogging meticulous P&L statements to make sure that your business is saleable and that it's profitable. the systems that you use, if you intend on selling your business for cash, should not be easily replicable. And what that means is that I shouldn't be able to go and replicate your system right away. Now, they should be transferable. They should be easily transferable, and they should be easily adoptable by whoever buys your business. However, they should not be easily replicable. That makes intuitively a lot of sense, right? If I could do the exact same thing that you're doing tomorrow, what's the value in that, right? The next thing, the majority of the deals should be non-database and non-referral based transactions. So you should have some lead generation assets, systems in place. I like to call them assets, but however you want to phrase it, you should have some, you should have the majority of your leads or your transactions come from non-referral, non-database sites, the transaction should be non-referral or non-database based, right? And the team and business should ideally not have your name associated with it. The reason is that once you remove yourself from it, think about it like this. If you sell your business for cash, you should be able to leave tomorrow and have the operation run as if nothing happened. If the business cannot run without you, or if it's not profitable without you, it is not saleable for pure cash, period. And I hope that you guys understand that. If you're looking for more information on how to evaluate your business, if you think this is the correct strategy for you, you would want to research, and I have information on adjusted EBITDA, which is earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. So if you're interested in any of that, you can absolutely reach out to me. I will be doing a video on EBITDA at some point in the future. However, if you guys are interested sooner rather than later, be sure to reach out to me, and I'm more than happy to share that information with you. So that's possibility number one. Possibility number two is a combination of a referral-based payout plus cash. And so someone who's right for this kind of combination transaction, right, is a broker owner or a team leader, right? So someone that owns a brokerage or leads a team. And again, you will need to have had meticulous financial records for the last 3 to 5 years. If you don't have that, unfortunately, you're not right for this model. Now, if you're watching this video and you're 5 years away from this and you think that you actually have a chance of getting some cash up front, then make 2020, make this year the year that you begin taking keeping financial records on your business, because the sooner you do that, the more saleable it's going to be for cash. Next, the brokerage or the team systems, again, should not be easily replicable. And again, like this makes intuitive sense. Like if I can do exactly what you're doing tomorrow, then why would I need those systems? But the system should be easily adoptable or transferable. And again, the business or team name should ideally not have your name associated with it. I've seen successful transfers where that's not the case, but that would be the suggestion. And on top of all that, right, when you remove your personal production from the equation, the brokerage or the team's adjusted EBITDA should still be profitable when you remove it. So if your team or business is not profitable without your personal production, then it's going to be a negative ROI for whoever ends up buying that piece of the business for cash. So you want to structure it so that your personal production, your personal database, leads, everything are being paid out on a referral-based strategy, a referral-based payout. And then the brokerage or team production should be a cash payout. And again, right, this is if your team's adjusted EBITDA is still profitable without your production. Also keep in mind that EBITDA doesn't mean how much it's worth, right? That's how much cash your business produces. And then there's a multiple that's applied to it either 2 to 3x, sometimes more, just depending on market conditions and everything, where your team's located, and frankly, how bad the buyer wants it. The multiple might be a little bit higher, but usually 2 to 3x is what we're seeing in today's market. So 2 to 3 times the adjusted EBITDA is what it would be worth. So that's a combination transaction. Now let's talk about a referral fee based transition, which is, quite frankly, what the majority of people watching this video and the majority of real estate agents across the country would be right for. And so this is for solo agents, a small team of agents, 2 to 3 agents that kind of like, co-branded themselves as a unit or a team. That's who's right for this kind of transition. And financial records are not necessary by any stretch of the imagination. However, if you have a lead generation asset or a lead generation system that produces high results, you're going to want to have some sort of financial records to prove this is what I put in and this is what I put out, right? So simple P&L, profit and loss, like this is how much I profited from this lead generation system and this is how much I put into it financially, right? And again, like there are some people where you farmed they farmed and their P&L is the profit on it, the ROI is extraordinarily high because for 20, 30 years, this individual dropped flyers every other week. And it's just like, that's great, that's fantastic. But the scalability of that for someone who's adopting it is very, very low. And so what you'll want to consider is, well, how much is it going to be to do something similar to what I'm doing, aka direct mail, plus a layered marketing approach, which my team does, right? Like it's not just mail, it's like video, Facebook ads, phone calls, text messages if we have their phone number and they're okay with us texting them. Obviously unsolicited text messages, no, but if, email, drip campaigns, all of that, right? Like a very layered approach to compensate for the fact that they're not getting flyers. That's all something that the adopting agent is going to have to take into consideration when judging the merits of your lead generation asset. So that's just a small aside, but the production should also, if your production comprises the majority of your business's results or your business's income, then you're probably right for the golden handoff. You're probably right for a referral fee-based transition strategy. And in addition to all that, if you are an agent who say is like 3 to 5 years away from actually transitioning out of the business, you would be right for this as well, because what you would do is come on as what Nick Crowder has referred to as a consultant or, a consultant or a delegator, in which case you would consult or delegate you consult with the clients or perhaps delegate certain tasks to the team to the adopting team, but you would still participate in the transaction in some way, shape, or form, which is meeting with the client or simply taking the phone call, setting the appointment, and maybe going on the appointment, and then after that, you're completely, almost 100% hands off. And so that is who would be right for the golden handoff. Now, a couple questions that I receive from agents who are thinking about doing a referral fee-based transition is how long is the transition for? And most agents, most handoffs or transitions, once you've exited the business 100%, usually the transition is about 3 years long. So that's how long the typical transition payout is plays itself out for. However, remember that every situation, every case is unique. So if you have a very saleable business, if you're doing a lot of business, it could be more than 3 years. That being said, the minimum is probably 3 years. Another question that I get is, well, Danny, what if I haven't done much business, right? Like, what if I haven't really done many transactions in my lifetime? That's a very fair point, And at some point, every adopting agent is going to have to make a decision for themselves as to whether or not adopting your business makes sense for them in the long run. because of the time, energy, expenditure that's put into every single transition. It could be that perhaps you haven't done enough business. However, what I would say is that the vast majority of agents that even take the time to consider this type of strategy, you're probably doing enough business because your head is in the right place, right? You're business minded. You've probably done more business than you give yourself credit for. So what I would say is always be on the lookout for people that can adopt your business. If you're in the Silicon Valley, my team is absolutely ready. We're equipped to transition you out of real estate 100%. We have a very specific, a very regimented and laid out plan, onboarding protocol to completely take you from where you are now to to where you want to be, which is retirement. And if there's many agents who have come up to me as well, and one of the last questions that I get is, what if I want to stay on for like 3 years, but I know that soon I want to be retired? And that's where you would be in more of a consultant type role, right? Where you want to do the fun part, which is interfacing with the clients, but you don't want to do any of the mundane stuff. You don't want to do any of the mundane tasks like prepping a home for listing or doing the paperwork or probably not even negotiating, right? There's a lot of things that you probably don't want to do. And so, if that is the case, my team also has the ability, and I encourage any adopting agents to build into their structure or their infrastructure a way to bring on someone in a consultant type role to their team, because it's a very valuable asset to the team to get some senior leadership there, right? That's very important and something that's not very that isn't highly considered by most people, but it is very important. And at the same time, you get the backing and the support of an infrastructure and a team that allows you to do what you want to do and have fun, but takes over all the rest of the stuff that you don't want to take care of. And truth be told, a lot of agents, when they get plugged into a 21st century system that helps them keep in touch with their past clients and their database for them, they see their deals, or they see the number of transactions that come from their database skyrocket without them having to lift a finger, because someone else is doing the heavy lifting for them, and they're able to just go out there, set the appointments, and go on the appointments and get the contract signed, and that's it. And they get more business as a result, and the adopting team or the adopting agent gets more business as a result, and ultimately the client gets what they deserve, which is the best service possible. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions about any of the things that I've discussed here in this video, feel free to reach out to me personally. My email, everything is down below. And if you know of anyone in Silicon Valley that would be right for this transition strategy, feel free to give them my number and my information as well, or make the email or make the introduction to me via email, and I'd be more than happy to chat with them and see if we'd be a good fit. But until next time, guys, this is Danny Gould with the Selling Silicon Valley Group, and I will catch all of you in the next video.